Welcome to NASCAR America alongside A.J. Allmendinger and our IndyCar analyst Townsend Bell joining us this week. We're gearing up for the start of the IndyCar season this weekend in St. Petersburg. That means, what, only 80 days from the Indy 500? I know I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, Townsend, but is there anything like the Indy 500?
Nothing in the world. Biggest sporting event in the world, over 300,000 fans there on race day. I've raced there 10 times, but I'm so excited for the whole NBC team to go there for the first time to cover the greatest spectacle in racing. It's the fastest race in the world, high stakes, high rewards, and there's just nothing like it. It's Americana at its best.
It really, AJ, because it's like people, you watch the Super Bowl, you watch the Kentucky Derby, you watch the Indianapolis 500. You don't even have to be a racing fan to know it's a big deal.
Yeah, and you spend a couple of weeks there, and as a driver, you feel like you're acclimated and just, okay, yeah, I know what to expect, even if you've been there several times. But, you know, for me, my first time in 2013, you think you know what it's supposed to feel like, and then on race day, when all those people pack in on Sunday, and the first lap you have to drive down the front straight, Townsend, you know how that straightaway all of a sudden feels like it's just a tiny tunnel when everybody's packed into that place.
It really is, and it's a cathedral for speed, and you can see what it means there with Will Power, who won last year. To win the Indy 500 is something special. I mean, most drivers in the IndyCar Series will tell you that winning Indy sits well above winning the championship, and I think everybody will go into the month of May this year with that same mentality.
Okay, we'll kind of rewind a little bit because we haven't even started the season. That happens this weekend. You're heading down to St. Pete. What are the storylines? I mean, have you guys already written down as the ones to watch or the things to watch this season?
Well, for me, it's the usual Penske, Ganassi, Andretti. Those are the three top teams in the sport. They've been the three top teams for many years, and I expect them to be right at the top again. The question mark I have is the Honda versus Chevy battle, trying to get an early read on who's made more power gains, better drivability. That's important at St. Pete. But then beneath those three top teams, who jumps up and surprises us? Last year, that was Sebastian Bourdais with the Coyne-Vasseur-Sullivan team. They won the season opener, beating all the heavyweights. So I'm excited. I think we'll see some more surprises this year.
To me, it really stands out that the field seems like every year just gets more stacked with talent, young drivers coming over, but it's, I guess if we call them rookies, but a guy like Felix Rosenqvist, where he's joined Ganassi, another guy, Marcus Ericsson, that has come from Formula One with Schmidt-Peterson Racing, I believe. So it's one of those things that you don't know if it's going to be the normal guys that you're used to seeing up front, or like last year we saw Robert Wickens show up at St. Petersburg and all of a sudden really just make a name for himself. So guys like that, whether they can come in there and the guys that we're so used to seeing really kind of put a wedge in there and show that they have the talent and speed to go out there and try to win a championship.
And we've got some, young American talent. You know, we've got the guys from Europe like Ericsson and Rosenqvist, but look at Colton Herta, Brian Herta's son. Guy wins his first 24 hours of Daytona. Fastest driver on his team in the BMW there. And at the test at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, he was either first or second over both days. Lightning quick, young American, 18 years old, just about 19, maybe he just turned 19. I find that amazing.
Yeah, a teenager going to roll into St. Pete with his Rolex on.
Yeah.
But you guys talk too, just so many great, not just people to watch, but reasons to watch. And you mentioned Robert Wickens. I know the news came out yesterday that he's going to be in St. Pete. What is that going to mean, Townsend, to the IndyCar community?
Well, I get chills when you say that, because I can remember being at Pocono last year and talking to Robert right before he got in his car for that race and that horrendous accident that he survived and is on, full speed on rehabilitation. But it's been a grueling process. I've been following him on social media. You can see him there in the chair, but he's been working on strengthening his legs. He's working on walking again. I think one of his big goals is getting ready for his wedding, trying to be able to dance at his wedding. I mean, just really powerful stuff. And you're so inspired by those stories. And I think just back to Daytona 24 again, Alex and Artie. I mean, when you watch what desire is capable of in the human spirit, it's you can't help but be humbled by it. And I think with Wickens, we're seeing the same thing.
It's just, I mean, you said it there, the inspiration. And it's for the whole paddock. They show up, whether crew members or drivers, and just having Robert there is going to be a big deal. We see him there boarding the plane to go to St. Petersburg. So it's going to be really cool for the IndyCar community to have Robert there, because he's definitely been missed, and just gives a little bit added excitement for the weekend, because all the drivers have, and Robert's done a great job of really showing not hiding from it, showing what he's having to go through to inspire us all. So one of the cool parts about this weekend.
Yeah, again, that was video of him on his way to St. Pete. The mayor of St. Petersburg officially is Rick Kreisman. Sorry, Mr. Kreisman, but I think the mayor this weekend is most certainly going to be Robert Wickens for the IndyCar season opener, which, of course, you can see right here on NBC, NBCSN platform, all the practices, everything happening down there. Do you guys have picks for who's going to win? I know it's hard to tell. You guys aren't even there, not even there yet, but who's going to win at St. Pete or who's really going to start the season off strong? You
know, for me, I think it's Alexander Rossi's going to be a strong bet. He has consistency with his Andretti team, his engineer, Jeremy Millis. He was fast all season, fast on the street circuits. I think we might see Rossi come out on top. I think also on the podium, you've got to look for Scott Dixon and probably Will Power. I mean, still, Will Power has these freakish reflexes on places like street circuits. He operates at such a high frequency in terms of all the bumps and undulations that come at you so fast at a place like St. Pete. So for me, it's Rossi, it's Power, and Scott Dixon.
Yeah, I mean, I close to agreeing with that. I think it's really going to be a battle. Alexander Rossi, when it came to raw speed, I felt like had everybody beat last year. But Will Power, and we had him here at the show, you could see in his eyes, you know, he did win the Indy 500, which was a lifelong achievement, a goal of his. But he also had some mistakes that he made. He spun on lap 1 at St. Petersburg on the front row and took himself out. So, to me, I think Will Power is going to be the guy to beat there. Nobody can beat him in qualifying when he's on. And I think he's going to come out this year and just try to show everybody that he's the guy to beat at every type of racetrack. I
slid a little trick in on you, by the way. I had Dixon there at the end, but the graphics showed Hunter Race, so I'm covered.
So
you got it all
spread.
Oh, that's good.
But RHR, nobody scored more points in the last 2 races than Ryan Hunter Race. So, you know, I kind of spread my
So many big names. I mean, and the season kicks off this weekend. You've got, Supercross at Daytona. IMSA, you're going to be racing IMSA next week. Sebring. Florida's kind of the place to be. March, coming in like a lion.
You got Bike Week at Daytona.
That's right.
AFT. You know, so, I mean, you got Daytona 200. I mean,
basically
there's
what
a lot going on
there
there.
Is you have plenty of reason just to keep it on NBCSN for the entire month of March and beyond. So we'll make sure you join us at 5 p.m. weekdays for NASCAR America.